The NBA has witnessed legendary partnerships that have forever shaped the league's narrative. These dynamic duos have left an enduring impact, redefining basketball and captivating fans worldwide. From scoring dynamos to defensive juggernauts, these tandems have etched their names in history. This video explores the top 10 NBA duos, celebrating the unparalleled synergy of players who elevated the game to new heights. Number 10. Karl Malone and John Stockton, Utah Jazz. This dynamic duo remains one of the most memorable partnerships in basketball history, despite never clinching an NBA championship.
The Utah Jazz select John Stockton.
The Utah Jazz strategically selected John Stockton with the 16th pick in the 1984 draft, and Karl Malone with the 13th pick in 1985. The symbiotic nature of their gameplay was undeniable. Remarkably, the tandem achieved an outstanding feat of making the playoffs during each of their remarkable 18 seasons together. Their proficiency in executing the pick-and-roll play was unparalleled. John Stockton's exceptional court vision and passing prowess, coupled with his lockdown perimeter defense skills, solidified his status as a potential candidate for the greatest passer of all time. Meanwhile, Karl Malone's dominance in the post position made him an unstoppable force on the court. The synergy between the two was evident as they seamlessly terrorized opposing defenses over nearly 2 decades, all the while exuding an air of grace and finesse. Their collective accomplishments include 5 successive appearances in the conference finals, with the pinnacle being their back-to-back trips to the NBA Finals in 1997 and 1998. Number 9, LeBron James and Dwyane Wade, Miami Heat.
This is very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
In 2010, LeBron James made a pivotal decision that reverberated throughout the basketball world, opting to depart from the Cleveland Cavaliers and join forces with former Finals MVP Dwyane Wade in Miami. Their partnership yielded a brand of basketball that captivated audiences with its sheer entertainment value. However, their initial season together encountered a rocky start before swiftly taking a positive turn. Despite encountering early challenges, they managed to secure a comfortable path to the finals. In a scenario where they were heavily favored, they faced off against an aging Dallas Mavericks team. After surging ahead with a 2-1 series lead, the Heat's momentum disintegrated as they dropped the next 3 games, allowing the Mavericks to clinch the championship. LeBron James notably faced a barrage of criticism for his performance during this series. The subsequent year served as redemption for the Miami Heat. Returning to the final stage, they displayed resilience and determination. This time, they overcame the young and talented Oklahoma City Thunder in a 5-game series, granting LeBron James his long-awaited first title and Dwyane Wade his second. In 2013, the Heat found themselves in the finals once more, squaring off against the San Antonio Spurs. Trailing 3-2 in the series and facing a late-game deficit in the pivotal 6th game, Ray Allen's clutch three-pointer altered the course of the match. The Heat capitalized on this momentum shift, ultimately claiming victory in both the game and the series, securing their second championship. Number 8. Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars, Detroit Pistons. When Isaiah Thomas burst onto the NBA scene, his exceptional ball-handling skills were an unprecedented spectacle. His presence with the Detroit Pistons injected an intriguing flair into the team's style of play, although it didn't instantly transform them into championship contenders. However, the arrival of Joe Dumars marked a turning point. Joe Dumars, drafted in 1985, and Isaiah Thomas converged to create one of the most illustrious backcourts ever witnessed in the NBA. This partnership propelled the Pistons from mere entertainers to formidable contenders throughout the remainder of the 1980s. Their collaboration earned them the moniker Bad Boys, underscoring their tenacious and unrelenting approach to the game that struck fear into their opponents. In the years 1986 and 1987, the Pistons faced setbacks against the Boston Celtics, both in the second round and the conference finals. Despite these challenges, their resolute determination was unwavering. The following season marked a significant milestone as they reached the NBA Finals for the first time, although they were edged out by the Los Angeles Lakers in a thrilling 7-game series. Number 7. Jerry West and Wilt Chamberlain, Los Angeles Lakers. Jerry West, selected in the 1960 NBA Draft, embarked on his professional journey with a decade defined by playoff heartbreak. Despite his remarkable talents, his first 10 years in the league were marked by a series of crushing defeats in the postseason. The years leading up to 1968 saw West make it to the NBA Finals 5 times, only to be thwarted on each occasion by the formidable Boston Celtics, led by the legendary Bill Russell. The Celtics' dominance appeared insurmountable against West and the Lakers. In 1967, Wilt Chamberlain secured a championship title, but his tenure with his current team was short-lived. The subsequent season marked a turning point as Chamberlain sought a new destination. The union of West and Chamberlain proved to be a harmonious blend of talents, forming a partnership that held immense promise. Both West and Chamberlain showcased individual brilliance, earning perennial all-star selections and garnering acclaim. However, despite their exceptional performances, the Lakers still faced formidable challenges in the playoffs. Progressing to the finals in both 1969 and 1970, they faced disappointment once more, unable to secure victory in these pivotal matches. This series of near misses saw West experiencing finals defeat a staggering 7 times within a single decade. In a unique twist, West notably achieved the distinction of being named the Finals MVP in 1969, a rare accolade for a player on the losing side. As the calendar turned to 1971, the Lakers' playoff aspirations were dealt another blow when they were bested by the Milwaukee Bucks, led by Lou Alcindor in the conference finals. Number 6. Larry Bird and Kevin McHale, Boston Celtics. Following their remarkable 1960s era, the Boston Celtics encountered a relative downturn in the subsequent decade. Their appearances in the finals were limited to just 2 instances in the 1970s. As John Havlicek retired and Dave Cowens neared the end of his illustrious playing career, the Celtics sought a rejuvenating force. Their quest led them to draft Larry Bird in 1978 and Kevin McHale in 1980, a dynamic pair that would reignite the Celtics' competitive fire and stand as the franchise's greatest duo since Russell and Cowey. Larry Bird's presence was nothing short of transformative. Possessing a complete skill set, he seamlessly adapted to any role demanded of him on the court. On the other hand, Kevin McHale was a post-game virtuoso, showcasing an array of moves in the paint that were unparalleled during his time. Together, alongside Robert Parrish, they formed an almost unstoppable trio that was a formidable force when in full action. Their collective efforts propelled the Celtics to 5 NBA Finals appearances, a notable feat that included a remarkable 4 consecutive trips from 1984 to 1987. During this period, they secured 3 NBA championship titles. Bird's individual brilliance was highlighted by 3 consecutive MVP awards and 3 Finals MVP honors. Number 5. Tim Duncan and Tony Parker, San Antonio Spurs. Selected by the San Antonio Spurs in the 1997 draft, Tim Duncan swiftly guided the team, alongside David Robinson, to its inaugural championship in 1999. Determined to sustain their status as contenders, the Spurs recognized the need for a new partner for Duncan, given Robinson's impending retirement. This quest led them to Tony Parker, a 6 and 2 inches French guard, forming a formidable duo that defined the Spurs as the quintessential team of the 21st century. Anchored by Duncan and Parker, the Spurs embarked on a remarkable era of consistency. Throughout their shared tenure, they secured a playoff berth every single season. Their tandem propelled the team to the NBA Finals on 5 occasions, emerging triumphant in 4 championship victories. Their solitary defeat, a closely contested series against Miami, saw them agonizingly close to clinching the title in a heart-stopping 6-game showdown. Notably, Duncan and Parker's presence in the All-Star game was practically a guarantee, emblematic of their prowess. Duncan's record boasts an impressive 15 appearances, while Parker held his own with 6 selections. Their accomplishments align with a period of thriving excellence for point guards. Number 4. Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant, Los Angeles Lakers. As the new millennium dawned, a duo that would go down as perhaps the most fearsome in the league's history began to flourish. The pairing of Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal initially took shape in 1996, though Bryant, then a youthful teenager, was still finding his footing in the NBA. Their initial collaboration saw promise, yet a sweep by the Utah Jazz in the 1998 conference finals made it clear that greater efforts were required to ascend to the pinnacle of the league. A pivotal moment arrived in the 1999-2000 season with the appointment of Phil Jackson as coach for the Lakers. This change yielded immediate results, as the team, guided by the dynamic combination of O'Neal and Bryant, embarked on a triumphant journey. The Lakers clinched 3 consecutive titles from 2000 to 2002, during which their dominance appeared unstoppable. Notably, their second championship victory in 2001 saw them register a remarkable 15-1 record in the playoffs. However, after their triumphant three-peat, the trajectory for the duo took a downturn. O'Neal's injury necessitated surgery, leading to the Lakers missing the finals the following year. Although they managed to secure a finals appearance in 2004, they were decisively defeated by the Detroit Pistons. O'Neal's departure to the Miami Heat ensued, driven by contractual disputes and a deteriorating relationship with Bryant. Individually, both O'Neal and Bryant enjoyed remarkable personal success. O'Neal secured the coveted MVP award in 2000, followed by an unprecedented 3 consecutive Finals MVP honors. Bryant's journey was equally distinguished, with 18 All-Star selections underscoring his prominence. Number 3. Bill Russell and Bob Cousy, Boston Celtics. During the 1950s, the Boston Celtics, led by the skilled Bob Cousy, introduced an innovative brand of basketball marked by their high-paced, fast-break attacking strategy, which was virtually unheard of at the time. Although their style was exhilarating, they faced a noticeable void in their defensive presence, particularly in the paint. The pivotal shift in their fortunes occurred in 1956, when the St. Louis Hawks initially drafted Bill Russell, only to find themselves unable to afford his salary. This unexpected turn of events led the Celtics to seize the opportunity and orchestrate a trade for the towering center, thereby setting the stage for the most unparalleled dynasty in NBA history. In a testament to Russell's impact, the Celtics secured their first franchise championship in his sophomore season. The victory came against none other than the St. Louis Hawks, marking the commencement of a dominant era. The subsequent season brought about a rematch with the Hawks, resulting in their sole loss in the NBA Finals. Number 2. Irvin Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Los Angeles Lakers. When the Lakers strategically united Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, hailed as the game's most prolific scorer, with Magic Johnson, widely acclaimed as the premier point guard of all time, it was a recipe for an undeniable dynasty. This prescient decision by the Lakers brass would prove to be remarkably astute. Magic Johnson's arrival in the NBA in 1979 instantly reverberated. In his debut season, the Lakers ascended to the finals, pitted against the Philadelphia 76 ERs. A twist of fate in Game 6 saw Abdul-Jabbar sidelined, prompting Johnson to take on an unexpected role as the starting center. His remarkable performance showcased 42 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists, an unprecedented feat for a rookie. This iconic display earned him the singular distinction of being the sole rookie to secure the Finals MVP title. Throughout their joint tenure spanning a decade, Abdul-Jabbar and Johnson forged a partnership that yielded 8 Finals appearances and 5 championship victories, etching their names into the annals of basketball history. The years from 1980 to 1988 marked a period punctuated by their celebrated rivalry with the Boston Celtics, steered by luminaries Larry Bird and Kevin McHale. The 1980 MVP award, one of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's 6, was shared with Magic Johnson, symbolizing the transformative impact of their collaboration. Number 1. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, Chicago Bulls. The anticipation was inevitable, as the partnership between Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen materialized into what is widely regarded as the most exceptional duo in the history of basketball.
The Chicago Bulls pick Michael Jordan of the University of North Carolina.
The pivotal year of 1984 saw the entry of Michael Jordan into the league, an event that would spark a revolution. After a brief interval, the Chicago Bulls sought a fitting complement to Jordan, leading to the acquisition of Scottie Pippen from the Seattle Supersonics in 1987 through a trade. This union would forge an indomitable force that left an indelible mark on the game for nearly a decade. The duo's impact manifested swiftly, with their prowess reaching full bloom in a remarkably short span. Their journey to greatness faced initial obstacles, marked by successive conference finals appearances in 1989 and 1990, each ending in defeat at the hands of the Detroit Pistons. This, however, marked merely the prologue to their storied saga. In the subsequent season, a defining moment unfolded as Jordan and Pippen steered the Bulls to their first NBA championship victory, dismantling the Los Angeles Lakers in a resounding 4-1 series. This triumph marked the initiation of a remarkable journey, punctuated by 2 additional consecutive championships, culminating in their first three-peat. A hiatus taken by Jordan in 1994 and 1995 led to an absence from the finals, underscoring his irreplaceable impact. Upon Jordan's return, the duo reclaimed their dominance, securing 3 more consecutive titles, achieving an astounding tally of 6 championships out of 8 seasons.